Right, so Saturday, I woke up on my day off from work to see that Donald Trump invaded Venezuela and took the president and his wife out of that country. For what reason, I don't know. Now, what I will say is, we know that Venezuela probably has the highest amount of oil population supply in the country, in the world at this point. And I think it's a little weird because, Trump's like, we're going to run this until they get a new president. And people are treating it as if, this was the worst thing in the world. Now, me personally, I don't like it because you really got to get permission from Congress first, which you didn't do. And Congress is like, we're tired of trying to get this nigga to do the right thing. So he's just doing whatever he wants. Unfortunately for him, he's only got about a couple months left because um, the midterms are coming up. And I'm honestly looking at a shellacking, just like Obama said back in 2010, the shellacking of a red wave when he was had a big old blue party running the country. Now it's about to be a big old blue wave during the 26 midterms. Donald Trump done pissed too many people off, so he really don't got a lot of time. He really don't got a lot of time. So with that being said, this whole thing with Venezuela is a quote unquote liberation. We'll just say that because I can't even be too mad, really. I know a lot of people are mad, it's usually the liberals, because everything he does is wrong. But the man has apparently freed Venezuela. That's what the people over there are saying. They over there doing backflips and jumping for joy and all kinds of stuff. They over there happy as hell this man did what he did. And I'm sitting here like, well, if they happy, I can't be mad because apparently they were like, yo, he helped us out. And I said, well, damn, I can't be mad because I was like, it's gonna cause cataclysmic problems later down the line. Whether people want to admit it or not, his biggest supporters are gonna have to realize it's gonna cause cataclysmic problems later. Maybe not now, maybe not in a month, but it will cause problems later. And the other thing I wanted to say is, I knew this wasn't really too much I could be mad at when the girl from Superman didn't even realize she was Venezuelan. She was like, "Yo, we've been waiting for something like this for decades." I said, "Oh shit!" So the girl from Superman was like, "Hey, look, liberation is the key." Now I don't know what that means in hindsight of like Donald Trump saying we're gonna run Venezuela till they get on their feet, but I really can't be too mad at Bull if the people of the own country are happy that he did what he did. Now, I could understand if they were hurting and they said, you destroyed our families and you took our president. Why would you do that? No, this and the third. Then I could be like, well, nigga, you drawing. And now you about to start World War III. But the people of Venezuela are happy and it's on TikTok. You can go look it up. It's on TikTok. It's on Google. Excuse me. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So, like, I can't even be like, damn, Donald Trump, you drawn. Like, I mean, like, hey, yo, like, you really did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And, trying to make it seem like you're not trying to do some more colonization shit and mine their oil sources. Because that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to mine the oil sources. You and President J.D. Vance are trying to mine some oil sources to make the country richer so y'all can say y'all made the country richer. And maybe people will eat out of the Republicans' hands for another term. Maybe not because you've been fucking up. And then thinking about uh, them damn Epstein files that you're not trying to release. Even though he said release them, but they won't drop them. He did say release some shits though. I'll give him that one. He got balls. But at the end of the day, this whole situation, you got the girls on TikTok. Oh my God, he bombed Venezuela and he took people, he took the president. But so it's the liberal people over here in America that's bitching, but the people over in Venezuela, they like, yo, I don't know what y'all talking about. We happy right now. Got flags flying through the air. They running through the street, doing cartwheels and front flips and singing kumbaya to each other, rocking in conga lines and all this other stuff. How can I be mad at that if they're okay? Now that doesn't mean that would stop anybody else from trying to do whatever the current president was doing. I don't know what was going on in Venezuela. I do believe there might have been a harsh dictatorship going on over there. So that's an issue. If that's the case, then you got him saying, "Oh, Mexico and Colombia and someone somewhere else was next." And I was like, "So you just gonna run up in all them South American countries and run down all they shit?" I mean, I don't really know what's over there in Colombia. I mean, in Mexico, you got the cartel. If you want to run them out, I mean, yeah, you run the cartel down. Or the cartel has been running Mexico for a long time, and Mexico just allowed it. So I mean, if the Mexican people want some kind of peace, some they might be happy too. I don't know. Them South American countries are savage, bro. And it could be us trying to like overthrow the South American countries, make them part of America, so that we can probably mine some shit from. Like I said, we're definitely mining that oil from Venezuela. We are absolutely mining that oil from Venezuela. I don't know what we would get from Colombia or Mexico, but I don't know. But it is something to think about. It's definitely something to think about. I think that this man is just doing whatever might make sense to him, might make sense to his administration. It definitely seems to make sense to his following, because no matter what this man does, it makes sense to his following. So, man, this is. I was like, 2026 can be crazier than 2025. I was wrong. We opened up to a whole country invasion and a president snatching, but they can't execute that nigga. So what they take him for? I mean, they took him to quote unquote liberate Venezuela, right? But it's also like, but why now? You know what I mean? So there's got to be something else at play here. So y'all really need to pay attention and analyze this shit. Look at the situation for what it is, not what you want it to be. And in my personal opinion, he is definitely trying to mine some of that oil from Venezuela, because they have a large oil source over there that they could use for profit. And if the Venezuelans ain't really mining it, why not us? We do. We take everything else. We've been mining in Africa for centuries, and we're going to start mining in Venezuela for a couple, maybe a century, because the fossil fuels are running out anyway. In about 100 years, we probably won't even have fossil fuels that exist anymore. So we're going to have to find something else. China is pretty much abandoning fossil fuels. They living in 2040, 2045 right now. I wish we could do that, but America's so damn stuck on the glory days of lies that, it's this is what they want to do. Man, I don't know, bro. But all I know is this fool could potentially start World War III. He don't even know it, and maybe he does know it, and he's really testing the waters. But this whole World War III, it's been around the corner for a long time, y'all. It has been like ever since World War II. There's been tensions rising for over 80 years. That this is just countries beefing with each other in microaggression. So to some degree, this was bound to happen. You see the shit with Russia going on. You see the shit with Ukraine and all that. They trying to do Poland and this and a third, and over there in the Middle East and all. It's everywhere. The world has just imploded on itself because we was tired of all this goofy shit. So the world just imploded on itself. And I guess Trump's way of doing that is like not directly being involved with them, pulling back and saving our money because we're tired of wasting our resources. But we'll liberate Venezuela and probably a few other South American countries to see how they feel about us after that. Like, he's not going to go in Cuba and help Cuba. Cuba hates America. They hate America and Cuba. But if he were to run up in there and liberate them from that dictatorship, which is a harsh ass dictatorship over there in Cuba, they might like us a little bit more. But they've been trying to plan an uprising over there for a long time. It just keeps getting shut down. So I don't know. I don't know. But we have to see where this goes. Give it like another 2 months, and we'll probably see the aftermath of this. We're not going to see it right now. But with that being said, don't forget to get the conversation started down below. Like the video, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all on the next one.